It's the Line Makers on Sporting News, presented by Jack Daniels.
Very interesting game coming your way. San Francisco's at New Orleans with Rick Herron and Kenny Wett. I'm Brian Blessing. All right, Saints are playing great football. Niners get a monster win over the Bears. Kaepernick looked really good. Kenny, this is a game that's off the board because of the gray areas that are out there with the Niners situation. Why don't you just talk power ratings, difference between Smith, Kaepernick, the reaction from Monday night. Where do we think this game's going to open up?
There's a lot of interesting things here and dynamics in this game and the line making and what I've heard. And I've heard Harbaugh's already said that even if Smith is healthy, Kaepernick's going to be the quarterback.
He's going with a hot hand, he said.
So he's going to go with a hot hand. I don't know if anybody
would trust him.
I don't like the move. I think it's completely ridiculous because there was nobody hotter in football than Alex Smith. And if you're going to go with Kaepernick, who's a 4-point drop-off from Smith, it didn't show up on Monday night, but I guarantee it'll show up over the next couple of weeks.
And it's a road game.
And if Kaepernick starts this game, Smith's going to have to come in and rescue them sometime during this game. But Harbaugh thinks there's no difference, and I know there's a lot of people that think there's no difference between two guys. I think Rick Herron's one of them.
Well, I think there's a big difference between them. I don't think Alex Smith is in Kaepernick's league. I said that last week. I want some props. I said he's a star in the making before, but that was.
So you think Kaepernick's better than Smith?
Yes, I do.
So the San Francisco's 2.5 over New Orleans with Smith at quarterback. So at Kaepernick, you're saying 3 or 3.5. 49ers.
I'm saying that's what it should be.
49ers, 3 or 3.5.
It won't be. It'll be pickle. But I think it should be. But the point is, that was last week. This is this week. That was at home. This is in the Superdome. There's a big difference. Saints have won 5 out of 6. They're playing with tremendous confidence. We'll find out how good the Saints are in the next 3 weeks, Brian. They play San Francisco, then at Atlanta, and then at the Giants the next 2 weeks after this.
I'll just throw this out there. They knew Alex Smith wasn't playing in that game last week. And all of a sudden, miraculously, he was back. And then the morning of the game, he's out. So Harbaugh could be just playing a hand of cards, trying to confuse New Orleans, saying what he's saying. But the one thing I'll say, and I don't know how you put it into power ratings, and you have to be very careful of losing a locker room. Winning heals all wounds. But this is a veteran guy. If he loses his job to injury, you can mess up a locker room by making a move like that. It's not as cut and dried as the fans think it is.
I agree. I don't think you should lose your job, especially a concussion. And as well as he played, he completed 25 out of 27 passes in a 2-game span when he went out. Guy was playing great football. And I've heard a lot of talk about Kaepernick and Smith. They're pretty similar quarterbacks. Both throw the ball well and both are very mobile, which is true. They're both dual threat guys. Kaepernick, I think, runs better than Smith.
Oh, I don't think there's any question he runs better than Smith. I want to clarify something. I think Kaepernick's a star in the NFL down the road. That doesn't mean he's a star on Sunday in New Orleans. This is a team that's 12-2 against the spread at home in the last 2 years, and they've covered 3 straight at home. I actually, even no matter who starts, I favor New Orleans in the game, to be perfectly honest.
And we haven't even talked.
Niners coming off a short week.
We haven't even talked about New Orleans. They've righted the ship. They're playing good. Ingram's running the ball well. Sproles could come back. The Saints are playing great football. Don't fall asleep on these guys. They're not dead just yet.